Hey, good morning. It's Maria from the Fox 11 newsroom here in Los Angeles, and hanging out with me now is Exhibit
Yes. Good morning.
X. Do people call you X?
Yeah,
Yes,
X.
X.
Yeah, my real name's Alvin, though, like the chipmunk.
Oh, Alvin.
Yeah.
I want to know who gets to call you Alvin.
My
So hang on.
grandma.
Oh, see, I was gonna say, who gets to say, Alvin? Are you coming over? Right. But anyway, thanks for hanging out with us.
Thank you.
I'm going to quickly introduce you to everybody here that's with us. This is Trev. He's hanging out with us from Yorkshire. He's in England.
What up, Trev?
How you doing?
Tom is in Atlanta. Monica is in Denver. Justin is also in the UK.
What's up, man?
Anthony is in Sacramento.
Hi there.
Daniela is in Portland.
Morning.
Yes.
Portland in the house.
And Deanna, where did Deanna go? Deanna is in
Deanna's making cereal.
Reno, probably that or coffee. She needs to wake up.
West Coast Portland, I have to point out.
Oh, there
West
it is.
Coast
Okay,
Portland.
west side.
There you go. There you go. So if you guys are watching on air, I can see you. Please plus and comment and share our link. Okay, if you got a question for our exhibit, tag me or anyone in the Hangout. We'll get it to him. So let me pull that window up. Okay, so actor, rapper, TV host. I mean, wow, you do it all. And speaking of acting, you are on a new movie.
Yes.
The SEAL Team
SEAL
6.
Team 6, yes. It is about the raid on Osama bin Laden's compound. And I played one of the SEAL team members, and the Weinstein Company acquired it and then just did a deal with Nat Geo. So we're going to debut on November 4th.
Oh my God, how was that experience like? Did it going through what those guys went through?
Yeah, I mean, well, we did a very small amount of training for the film. It was about 2 months worth of work that we did in Santa Fe, New Mexico, and we did some pretty extensive stuff, but with no underwater stuff. That's where I bow out. That's where it's over for me.
That's where I draw the line. I know you guys have a ton of questions, so I'm definitely gonna go to you. So let me start with you, Trev. Go ahead.
Oh, just an observation now. Actually, is that why the hair's gone then because of the film?
No, I cut my hair long before that.
Right. Okay.
It's been gone for about 7-8 years now.
Really?
Yeah. You don't know that because they just been running the hell out of the reruns from Pimp My Ride.
We were just talking about like how long that show was on, but it's still on.
It's still on.
It's still on.
Definitely.
But how long did you do that show for? Like
we
4
only
years or 3 years?
We only did it for 4.5 years.
That's actually a lot of shows.
Oh well, I don't know. That was my first television experience.
Was that your first?
Yeah, that was the first thing I ever did on television.
And did you love it? Did you go, oh my God, what am I doing?
No, it was good. You know what I loved about Pimp My Ride was that it was wish fulfillment. It wasn't about the car. It wasn't about me. It was about the kid and the kids at home feeling like what this could happen to me. So that was the upside of Pimp My Ride. The downside is that people actually think I care about their cars. I don't. Sorry.
I want to talk to you about pimping my ride. I know that's what I got from that show. It's like everyone's like, hey, you pimp your new ride,
Oh.
But
isn't it a trip
how
we take the negative word pimp and turned it into something so positive?
Exactly.
That was crazy.
We don't even think twice about it. It's like pimp my ride.
Yeah, there it is.
It's fun. It's positive. Who had a question? Another.
Well, I know Diallo does, but
Daniela does. Let's go to Daniela.
Actually, I'd like to ask you about your popularity on the internet. Since Pimp My Ride, your yo dog phrase has become, everybody says it. Yo dog, I heard you like this or that. And how do you feel about that? Is that annoying to you, or do you embrace it?
No, I think there's two things that need to be said. A, as I never say yo dog. I think that was that is what's his name from Randy Jackson says that.
It's always attributed to you.
But I know, but I think you guys. I don't know. I've never said that, so I don't know where it comes from. But I think it's whatever. However people see it or listen to it, I don't really care. It doesn't bother me.
The yo dog.
Yeah.
Here it is. See, Shaka put this up here this morning on our website.
Right. I think it's a combination of what the concept of the show.
Yeah. Do you look at that and go, oh man, again? Like what's it? No,
it doesn't bother me.
It's cool.
you gotta love being a meme. I'd love that. Well, I wouldn't.
Yeah,
I'm not gonna get any ideas, but
It is what it is.
Hey, go ahead.
No, but a lot of people like send me that stuff, and they try to get like my take on it. Like, what I think you guys are enjoying it more than anything. So have at it, you know, whatever.
Deanna,
Update the pictures anyway.
glad you're back.
Dang, coffee waits for no man.
Yeah.
I want you to meet Exhibit. Deanna, did you have a question?
Of course, man. I'm a huge fan. It's like Exhibit. You are the entire reason I got into hip hop in the first place.
Hey, thank you, man. Appreciate it.
It's like I love your music. It's like, just tell me when another album's gonna drop and you can take my money right now.
No, it already dropped. It dropped in October. I went through.
I already have that one.
Napalm.
Oh, now you're looking for a new one.
Yeah,
Gosh,
in October, God.
you got to make a movie.
Yeah, I'll get on that right now, buddy. Get on that right now. I don't know, you know, I know people like new music, but not, you know, a month later. I need to be recording like at night when I'm sleeping. In the bathroom at all times. Yeah.
If anyone could drop some lines while they're sleeping, it's you.
Okay, cool. Whatever it is. I appreciate that.
That's awesome. Hey, Shaka has some questions. Shaka,
Okay,
come
let's
over
get
here.
it.
Yeah, come over here.
Hip hop.
Yes, let's do it. Let's talk about hip hop.
So, in a time when, and this is, you know, back in the late 90s, early 2000s,
Right.
when a lot of rappers were talking about, you know, being with multiple women and doing all these things, you dropped a song about being a good dad.
Right.
And to me, you know, you have brothers like Ed O.G. who dropped Be a Father to Your Child.
Right.
It was the exception rather than the rule.
Right.
What kind of response did you get from people in the hip hop world when you first put that song out?
When I dropped Foundation, well, see, a lot of my music has to do with my personal life. A lot of my music, I put and interject, you know, my own moral compass when I come to hip hop. So my family's number one.
Mm-hmm.
And when, you know, you see so many people put their priorities in different places, I feel like with my music, I have the opportunity to, you know, vent. I also have the opportunity to teach. So what I've done is, you know, try to take my own moral compass and put it into my music, and then allow the audience to be able to relate to me that way. I've never wanted to fit in. I've never wanted to, you know, feel like, oh, I need to copy or imitate this person in order to be successful. I've always been my own person. I've always been original. So, you know, I feel like there's not, you know, a lot of representation for good parenting, you know, from that standpoint. But that's important to me. My childhood was very turbulent. So my job is to not relive the sins of my father in order to fix that in my own family.
Right.
So that's what we are. You know, with my family is number one. You know, my kids are number one. I'm not ashamed to say that. And I put that, you know, in front of everybody. And there's a lot of positive response from that.
Right.
You know, around the world. I mean, I've done, you know, those type of songs, and, you know, songs like Thank You, songs like, you know, Meaning of Life off the new album. You know, like, it's always been there. You know, 1983 is another good example of me putting myself, you know, flawed and everything in front of the audience and feeling like this is, you know, the right way to relate to my people.
Right. See, that's what stuck me on, because at first, all right, I was feeling Paparazzi, and then you dropped that, and I was like, all right. But I want to throw a couple words your way, because actually I told people on Google Plus yesterday that I was going to share a little story.
Right.
So I'm going to throw a couple words your way.
Okay.
Pasadena, E-Bar, Broadway.
Yeah, 360. Yeah.
360.
Yeah.
About when I was 18 years old.
Yeah.
We was at the E-Bar one night.
Okay.
Years ago.
All
just
right.
when they were, you know, freestyling and doing all that. So.
Please don't say I got drunk and threw up on you.
No. You
Okay. Okay, as long as we ain't going there, because yeah, I've had a couple stories turn around and bite me in the
that story would have to be for after the broadcast.
Okay, right, all right, cool. All right.
No, it was just real chill. But what do you think about the current state of hip hop? Like, when I listen to a lot of these cats who it's all about the conspicuous consumption period.
Right.
It seems like there's very, like, you had like and not to diss, but, you know, you have brothers like Waka Flocka who's like, oh, I'm not a rapper, I'm just doing this because, you know, I'm in it for the money, or I'm in it.
Right.
What do you think about the state of hip hop with that group, not necessarily those particular people?
Okay. Well, let me give you just from my standpoint, in my opinion.
Right.
When you look at the history of music, it goes in cycles.
Mm-hmm.
Hip hop is not immune to that. When you look at the way rock and roll came out, and then it turned into heavy metal, and then it turned into the big hair bands. You know what I'm saying? And it lost its message, it's lost its edge. When the hair bands came out, then came the punk rock. Punk rock was, you know, the voice of anger, it was the voice of protest. When that lost its edge, then it turned into grunge, and then it turned into pop.
Right.
Okay. Then any person with a flannel and a ballad was, you know, singing. But now in hip hop came, it took away punk rock. We're the voice of anger. We're the voice of reason. We're the voice of protest. So then now you see what I'm going. Now we got the big rap hair bands. You know what I'm saying? The people that are just, they lost the edge. They lost the voice. They lost the passion. And like I said, there's going to be another form that comes in, but always my point is that the truth always comes to the top. If you know, it may not be hip hop anymore, and if you're looking for hip hop to be the voice of protest, it's not that. It's billions of dollars being made in hip hop. That, you know, there's a lot of money. They don't have to really, you know, we're good. You know, we're good. So now we have to have another form of music that comes through and really takes away and takes that truth to the people. You know, that's the way I see it.
And you think that's where the whole mixtape scene is kind of right now, kind of bringing that grimy, that
no,
gutter, that underground?
No, the mixtape scene exists because it's an option to buy music now. You don't have to pay for music. You can get it for free. You know, if you really like the guy, you can download it, you can support him, go to the concerts. But music is free. You know, I mean, whether you get it now or get it later, wherever you get it from, you know, it's not the days of the CD where you have to buy, you know, the $16 or $19 CD, and then you get to the show and you have to buy this and buy that. The middleman is gone. So, you know, the mixtape scene exists because music is free and people want content. You know, people want it, you know, they want the song. They don't listen to albums like we used to. You listen to, you know, albums from top to bottom, and you get to then form an opinion. People now hear the single. If they don't like the single, off to the next one. You know, that's the way it is. So music is just changing, but, you know, imagine life without music. You know, it would be horrible. So now it's just about the artist and how personable you can be with your fans. How can you reach out and make them feel like they are part of your team?
Speaking of, do you guys have any other questions?
Well, I've got a comment. If you're talking about like hip hop changing and going away or whatever, I mean, I'll certainly. I mean, I'll miss the music, but additionally, I'll miss the videos. I mean, nobody makes a music video like a hip hop artist. I mean, there's just scantily clad models.
We knew that was coming, hot cars and hot girls.
What's that like? Come on, what's that like when you walk into the studio to make a video and there's women like that just plastered? I mean, surely that's your life.
Well, it's not. I mean, well, you know, you got to keep in mind there's a lot of editing going on. So, you know, there's a lot of times when the girls aren't looking so glamorous and they're chewing on, you know, gum and, you know, drinking coffee and smoking cigarettes. So it ain't as glamorous and sexy as you think it is.
Before hair, makeup, and all that kind of stuff, right?
Yeah, you know, it's editing. Come on, guys. It's, you know.
It's good editing.
Kyle, go ahead, Kyle.
About how long does it take to make like a music video like that?
It takes you know, I mean, it depends on the budget. I mean, we can, like I did 3 videos for Napalm so far. The first video I did was in Iraq. I spent 2 weeks on the ground performing for the troops, and I got to have access to Saddam Hussein's palaces. So we shot a music video there. That took about 2 weeks to do that one, whereas the new one I just did with E40 took 1 day. And that was just, you know, like you said, the videos that you like to watch, the girls in the cars and whatnot. But it depends on the concept, and it depends on, you know, the message that you're trying to put into it.
You're like one of the few or one of the first that really went out and collaborated with these stars outside, like in other countries. Why is that important to you?
I am an international artist. I don't see myself as just, you know, a United States or North American artist. You know,
West Side.
Yeah, exactly. No, it's not about the W for the West Side. It's about the W for the world, because I travel everywhere. You know, I've been places where people say they've never had hip hop shows before, but that's how adventurous I am. You know, when I have the vitality and the spirit to do it, I'll go out and really see my fans.
Because you've inspired. I mean, like I was listening to something these Iranians and how that hip hop and that world is all coming up, and you know how you influenced them. So it's incredible.
I've done songs with artists from Pakistan.
Yeah.
I've done songs with artists from Australia, artists from China, everywhere. You know, Europe, and you know, I'm the first person to ever do a show in downtown Baghdad. I'll probably be the only one to ever do a show in downtown Baghdad.
So wild.
Yeah, we did it, and we performed for. Not only did we perform for the troops, but it was the only base centered in downtown Baghdad that had both Iraqi and U.S. troops. So we had Iraqi civilians there watching the show, and it was weird because you know they think that you don't have access to that kind of music over there. But I was getting requests. Yo, play concentrate. I was like,
yeah. And so from that to acting, like how do you switch those gears, or are they kind of from the same place?
No, you can't do both at the same time.
No.
You know, I've tried, but you have to put it down. You have to put the music down and do acting and be focused on that, or you have to put the acting down and do music. It can't be done at the same time. And I also, I treat it like Ghostbusters. You don't cross the beams, okay? Don't cross the beams. Don't do it. It's not good. If you're out there thinking that you can, I do the soundtrack and the movie and I'll be in it.
Right.
And don't do that. If you're acting in a film, be an actor. If you're producing music for the music, for the film, then do that. But don't try to do both.
Well, I can't wait to see it. SEAL Team 6, you guys. It's Nat Geo, the raid on Osama bin Laden. You're incredible.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Amazing.
Thank you.
Exhibit. Thank you.
Thanks for having me. All right, cool. Thank you, Maria.
Will you take a quick photo before you go?
Yeah.
You guys take a photo?
All right, come on, let's do it.
Yeah. Okay, there's the camera.